pretty much stick patterns of their scientific thinking. We have another scientific thinking way that represent in the word a term of citizen science. So the term of citizen science by Oxford English Dictionary basically is a collection and analysis of data related to the natural world by a member of general public, typical as part of collaborative project with professional scientists, although the other perspectives basically that students and any farmers and other people can do, factory worker, whoever you are, you can become citizen scientist by conduct citizen science work. Basically, it is. You don't have to be a scientist to do that science now. The tools are free. It's about you practice it or not, right? And this citizen science terms are really popular in natural science. Very small. It's simple by just observe, collecting raw data and connect with the majority community, which have the most professional scientists led. So you can construct something that you can finally now you can find the answer of the question. Like for example, come back with this boy, right? 2 or 3 grade, just go around and see the flower. I want to know why the color is purple. And you ask your dad or mom. I'm not sure your dad or mom can answer it correctly, but you take a picture of that and you upload it to the scientific community. They have a lot of citizen science community out there for nature science. And you can take a picture of the animals, or the tree, or the bees, or the pet, whatever you want to do, study on that. Take a picture, share with community, and they're going to give you the answer scientifically. And that empower for anyone on Earth can discover and contribute to our scientific knowledge. Sometimes we take a picture of black swan, right? All the flowers purple at 5 leaves, right? And 5 angles like this. Then take a picture of the red one with 6 peas. Is that a black swan? They gotta keep studying it again, right? All scientists jump in and say, "Wow, something new. You gotta study it," right? And during that time, you also learn about how the scientist running a scientific project by keep construct a semi experiment and test hypothesis. After testing out constructed data, represented data, prove that hypothesis is right or wrong. Is a new hypothesis, okay, to go a different way to study it again. But that is something we discover. We discover that someone think about this is right, no, it's wrong. That's also discovered. So this is the Open University free course about citizen science and global biodiversity. And the link is up here. Anyone who have this slide can abstract on that. And the idea they prove it out is pretty easy to access because they make it for citizen science. That's why even you can start from the children 10, 5 to 10, I mean 6 to 10 or 18, they still can practice it. Have 8 weeks and the teaching down how to use different platform to discover the nature. And I think they do give you some certificate. But the certificate is depend what you need on that. And the course in here, really well structured. First, what is citizen science, right? How do you define it? Right? And testing. And so this one you go more biodiversity and concept. Okay, have an ID technique. Basically, you take a picture and you take a sample of that biology sampling in nature, and you do the web sort and you apply for that. All right. Here's some basic platform in here. Okay. See. And week 7, which is great thing is they show you what is the online citizen science community. They have a different iSpot, a great apps. We have a lot of different community and the taxonomy hierarchy and other community you can attend into. Like I tell some of my mentees about how do you want to observe a star, you want to learn about meteorology, say yeah, just take a picture of that, upload it in online citizen science community. They're gonna explain to you what a star is that, how do you observe it, how it look like, how you want to know more about this, click on this and you read it, and now you have more enlarge your mind and knowledge, and you know more about the science of the star and the sky, and maybe you want to do cosmology or they want to do some astrophysics, and that's how then future scientists were born based on their hobby. And of course, they have a lot of community in here. Yeah, and have it give you the system, give you the big data, give you the technology, give you all the other scope, and give you a lot of friends that share the same idea that which is something important to keep up this work of science. All right, this thing is natural science, more citizen science concept. And in the future, we may want to go through in some community development event and community education event. I want to teach all the kids around the world, not only in Vietnam and other developing countries, but also the United States and other side of the world, to know about citizen science, which is have the kid and the young children, young talent to construct the ideas. And I think they do the same thing with philosophy too. I do subscribe society, a project named Plato Philosophy, and they running a couple of bring up idea philosophy program into the classroom with the P12 small children. Now we should have a better way of thinking. That is philosophical thinking. This is scientific thinking, and they all support each other to help us to understand, construct our idea and mind, understand what's the fact, what the objective, what is subjective, and what is not true, what is mystic, what is pseudoscience, what is blind belief, and what is not the thing we're talking about. Because what you based on, basically that idea. You based on theory and philosophy, or you based on empirical science or practical evidence. Okay, so this is another class. Of course, Neil deGrasse Tyson, one of their bachelor of science worlds, is so famous with it in the show and the way he construct the astrophysics idea that is really well routed to have the common citizen can understand it. And he do have the course in master class, and you can sign up on that to teach you something in simple concept, short video, and nice story with a well storytelling ability to talk about how you construct the scientific thinking. So his course name is Scientific Thinking and Communication. Basically, how you think like a scientist and how you communicate it with the world. We're gonna go brief some idea of that course in here first, and which is the most important. What do you know? What you know is not as important as how you think, because what you know might be not even right. Why you need to share to me? Because you don't even know how to think it correctly. You don't eliminate the bias. Let me show you up here: cognitive bias, cultural bias, and belief bias, religion bias, something. You don't remove the bias. You don't draw out the boundary. Not clean your data. You might be provide the wrong information. That's why what did you know is not important anymore if it's wrong, right? We got to see how you think first. If you think scientifically or logically, maybe your idea have some value. But if you just think like randomness, crazy idea coming out from nowhere, conspiracy from mystic pulled out from thin airs, and make everybody believe in that at well constructed ideas and belief. Well, sorry, but I cannot agree with that. And I throw for you a lot of questions. That's how it works. Of course, I explain a bit about the frontier of science, which is what the role of science to discover new knowledge. And the third, the scientific method. He don't go deeply about scientific method, but he explained why it's important, why separate scientific knowledge and information with other information from religion, from wisdom, from cultural, from history. Because you got to go through a scientific method of testing. And then the fourth is skeptic, ask question, keep asking question. That basically idea of critical thinking and the basic idea of scientific thinking, but how we construct the question is different. And of course, all the bias we're going to have, which just mean that we as human being could be wrong. Our tools could be wrong. The knowledge of people in the history could be wrong. So be careful of that. Eight, the measurement. Measurement is important. The majority of practical empirical study now without measurement is proof nothing. You fall into theory. Yeah, keep theory up there. We'll find a way to apply it. And when you not have a well construct of the barrier of your study, it could be applying wrong. That's why the theory, I call Maslow theory, that I keep telling about that, or Freud idea of psychoanalysis is sound pretty good in theory, but when it apply, it no evidence. It's not enough evidence to well construct that idea. So we stay back with the idea theories. Yeah. We appreciate your way of thinking, but it's not work for this modern time and modern populations. Okay, communications is not enough to be right. You know you're right. Now, for example, you go through this A step, you find something, you know you're right? But how you communicate it to make people understand it, right? I understand. You want the people not to build up the bridges in over the sea, over the river, because you don't want to kill all the ecology living that river. And you have all the evidence. You'll clean up all the data, to remove all the bias and everything. And now you know you're right. We cannot build the bridge, but you just cannot say go out to talk with the contractors and the local governor and say we cannot build the bridge because I'm right, and here how I present it. And you present 300 page of study with 20 graphics in there, and nobody understand what you're saying about, and you lost every one of them in the first page. Well, that's how you communicate, and how you prepare for your audience. You know your audience, who are they, and how they understand it, how level of theory and idea you want to provide to them. You cannot provide something too complicated. You cannot say scientific and theory someone who don't have no idea about what that is. Well, it takes 3 to 5 years to understand what theory is, and people don't have that much of time. We have different work to do. Of course, you teach some communication tactics, which is nice, and inspire curiosity, which is nice too. Because curiosity, when the audience start asking you a question, it means they do have attention of your study, and they do want to know more. And then when they want to know more, that's the hook. That means you can provide for them the answer. But if they don't want to know more, this is ignorance. Yeah, I don't care. What do you think, man? I don't care. So everything else doesn't matter. Whatever you find out doesn't matter. Of course, the future, our world is something inspiring about future based on science. Yeah, the course link is right here too, if someone want to take note of that. All right, let's go through science. When you say that the bias and idea, I like to use this graph because it's so nice, and I think I collect it in someone in Quora. We talk about the education and science. The source is right here. Professor Math Might, the illusion guide to a PhD. In the article is so nice. Here why we know about knowledge. What knowledge we have? Primary school, what you learn in school. Teacher teach you. Secondary school, people keep teaching you. A little bit different. What do you learn? But expanding. Bachelor degree, you know that much. A little bit bigger. Feel a little bit know of everything. But they have something up here, concentration. I see them moving up a little bit. Concentration makes you different with other people out here. And master degree, you go strong, focused on this period of time and focus on this knowledge. And you start to see now the knowledge is go narrow down and more concentrated. That's why I call concentration. And now you spend a lot of time reading research paper and do your own research. You go on this. And your own research going on the whole human knowledge route, the circle, human knowledge, with billion of idea to create this boundary. You are here, okay? When you expand a new thing and getting a new horizon of mind, you're finding something new, right? Discover something is right or wrong. It's right here. So small, nobody see it. But you do something that generate new idea that a circle don't have. And imagine billions of scientists do that for generation to generation of all mankind. They expand the whole circle, bigger and bigger and bigger. That's why all human knowledge expand. When keeping someone break down the boundary and go further than that. And that's what happened. And also something that for someone who fear of unknown. Now you know. On this wipe concept up here. And on the thing outside of human knowledge circle is unknown, basically. And not include the thing you forgot from this stuff. This is unknown. That's why when the deeper understanding of things, you will realize that you don't know a lot of things. That is a lot of things inside circle. You don't know a lot of things of other expert, other scientists, other learner doing. You don't dumb. You don't learn what they're doing in a certain amount of time and space. You don't know. This is the amount unknown inside humanity. And the wise thing outside a circle is the thing we don't know about the world, the nature, the universe, the different civilization. So we don't know a lot of things logically. And the more you know, see that this more, the more we don't know, comparing. So that, yeah, you don't need to have that much anxiety or fear of unknown. That we basically live in a world unknown. It's normal thing. Like example in physics is astrophysics. The naming 98% of the dark area in the universe, to naming why we cannot explain what with that, and we don't know where it come from, and we don't know what it got to go. We call it dark matter. Yeah, it's dark. So everything out here is dark with the whole mankind. Everything out here is dark with you, and you don't fear the dark because you know that it's out there. You're just moving up, and moving up. That basically of how that scientific thinkings look like, and these are the tools education. Yeah, you can take all this but this degree and formal system out. We can change it into a different way of knowledge, formal knowledge, social knowledge, informal knowledge, all kind of wisdom, something. But we keep learning until you learn something people don't know. That is small thing right here.